obviously, so it would have been nice. Ah! Oh! I seen and heard something in that fucking tent. That was the scariest thing, and then I was trying to get out, go down the forest.
Meet Jason, the solo adventurer behind Venture Unbound, a channel built on confronting fears in wild places. On this cold February night, he sets out to sleep alone in a tiny bivy tent under a tarp, testing new gear and his own limits in the stillness of the woods.
Tonight we're staying in a bivy tent and we have a tarp over the top to protect from the rain. It might be quite uncomfortable tonight, but we'll see how it goes. It's my first time using a bivy tent. Last time I used a hammock tent, which we'll see tagged at the end of the video. Yeah, let's see how it's go.
At first, the plan seems simple enough. Find flat ground, stay out of sight, keep quiet.
We're just trying to find a comfortable spot now. There's so many trees around, but it's just trying to find the right spot, which is going to be completely flat. So I think I've found a really good spot here. This area here is quite good. We've got a couple of trees around here, and this space right here is really good. It's quite flat as well. I might need to move some twigs out of the way for underneath the tent, but the path is just over there, so people are quite far away, which is really good. So it should be quite quiet.
The spot he chooses looks ideal until the red flag starts stacking up. A dirt track runs just meters away with a public footpath on the other side, 2 open routes leading straight to his camp.
So I'd say one of the only issues with this area is next to a dirt track. So you've got this track here where bikes go through, so it's quite a busy area, and that's the tent there. There's also a footpath over there as well where people are walking, so it can get quite loud.
Little did he know that detail would matter later. While scouting the perimeter, Jason stumbles across something strange.
A building, or at least half of one. I don't even know what it is. It's like these stone objects in a big pit. That's strange.
Half-collapsed stone walls forming a circular pit. It looks like part of an old structure or maybe something more ritualistic.
Oh, you never know. It could be a place where they do like witchcraft and that, and potentially sacrifices. So if I go missing and this is my last video, then
he jokes about witchcraft and sacrifices, but his tone wavers. The forest suddenly feels heavier when he pans back to his tent, nearly invisible between the trees.
And there's my tent over there, if you can spot it there. It's right where my finger is. That's the tarp going across there, and then the tent just below there. So you can hardly see it from here, which isn't bad. The tarp blends in with the trees, which is really cool because it's the same colour. But the tent is bright, the tent is like a dark green, so if I were to camp around here, it would blend in really well.
He acknowledges how well hidden it is, not just from the rain, but from anyone who might be watching. As darkness falls, the woods settle into uneasy silence. Jason cooks a simple meal by the soft glow of a lantern.
So it's getting a little bit dark now. I've got my cooking equipment here. I've got my pan as well, and some eggs and some bacon. I've got my olive oil and a lighter as well to start this off.
For a brief moment, it feels peaceful. But when the lights go down, every trunk and shadow begins to take shape, like silhouettes frozen mid-step.
This is what it's like when it's pitch black. This is what it's like when you put the lantern on, and it's very creepy. Like when you need to go to the toilet in the night, it's so spooky.
Soon, it wouldn't just look like someone out there. Inside the bivy, space is tight and the air thick with condensation. He zips the tent nearly shut, cracks a small opening for air, and kills the light for the night. That's when it happens.
Kyle, turn around, there's somebody sleeping in the tent behind me. There.
From inside the bivy, Jason's breathing picks up. He's trapped. A thin sheet of nylon between him and whoever's out there.
Yeah, but I don't want the guy to feel threatened at all, do you know what I mean? Yeah, leave him to it, mate, let's go. He's got a body, look, he's got a shelf on there, look. What do you mean? A trail from? Look on the tree, that just looks like animals and shit.
You alright?
Oh, sorry, mate. We just stumbled across you, mate. My bad.
No, it's alright, no worries.
You doing okay though?
I'll tell you what, if you go down that way, there's like a bit of a ditch.
Is there?
Yeah.
Like a bit of a crater?
Just keep going, there's like it looks like a building or something.
Oh, thank you.
Just have a look at it.
Oh, thank you.
Like a circular brick sort of thing. Yeah, there's no worries.
The group moves on, heading toward the circular pit he seemingly told them about. When he finally speaks from inside the bivy again, his voice is steady but shaken. A group of young men, maybe in their 20s, had wandered right past his tent.
So I've just been woken up by some lads walking through the woods with a torch. They shined it on my tent. They've gone over down to where the circular brick thing was. The young lads anyway, probably in their 20s. Should be fine. Startled me a bit. I was like, whoa, who are you? You know, sort of thing. They didn't come up to the tent. They were about 20 feet away, but still. And it's dark like this and there's no one about. Yeah, it's a bit weird. But yeah, they're just over there now. They've got the torches going, so
They seemed harmless, even friendly. But in the woods at night, friendly doesn't mean safe. He tries to sleep again, but the cold creeps in. Water drips from the bay ceiling, every sound amplified by isolation. By sunrise, the forest is calm again. Birds sing. Sunlight filters through the branches.
And another thing that kept me up last night wasn't the lads, it was the tent itself. Now, with it being a bivy tent, it's a small amount of space. Water can gather because of condensation, and I had that issue last night. And with it being a trespass tent as well, I've read reviews online and apparently it's really bad for getting like loads of condensation on top of the walls and on the sides of the tent. So, but what a beautiful morning it is. Got the birds chirping. I could hear owls last night. I saw an owl last night, which is really cool. That was awesome.
Jason packs fast. He reflects on the night, especially the strangers passing by, and realizes just how exposed he'd been all along.
To be honest, the lads were fine. They were very apologetic when they came through, and I don't think they had any bad intentions. And they were sorry that they disturbed me. So I don't think they were bad people. I think they were just trying to find somewhere fun. They're probably young lads in their early 20s, just trying to have a bit of fun in the woods at 11 in the night.
Moments later, he's gone, leaving no trace of the camp behind.
I've started packing up already. I've already packed away the tarp, which I didn't have to use anyway because it wasn't raining.
Was it just a chance encounter with late-night wanderers? Or a reminder that the scariest thing in the woods isn't the dark, it's the people who can find you there? The footage leaves that answer to you. From a man seeking stillness in nature to a woman searching for peace after chaos. For this next video, we'll be taking a look at the YouTube channel Exploring with Bear. The man behind the channel is named Bear, and he's known for traveling alone, exploring the unknown while documenting his adventures. But this time, Bear isn't alone. Bear's out with a friend named Dee. And what happens during this exploration is something that will make her stay away for good. Bear and his friend Dee are out exploring a forest deep in the American wilderness. They pass the road end signs, venturing farther into the woods than most would ever dare to go. At first, nothing seems out of the ordinary, but pretty quickly, both Bear and Dee begin to hear strange noises coming from all around the couple.
Yeah, no, that definitely wasn't no duck or geese.
Those woods look closer than they are. Look.
Oh, did you hear that?
Listen.
Holy smokes, look. That's two. I just heard some come from the barn too, but that was two huge clacks.
I worried it was next time the one back there.
Unsure if the noises are coming from the woods or from the old barn behind them, Bear and Dee decide to head into the forest, hoping to find whatever might be making the sounds around them. Once inside the woods, the entire mood shifts. The atmosphere grows heavy, and the tone of their adventure changes instantly. Bear soon comes across a wooden post and decides to give it a few knocks, hoping for a response from whatever mysterious creature might be out there.
Here's some kind of post. Old post. I'll knock on it.
But no answer is given back to them. So they walk a little further up the trail. And that's when they come across something disturbing hiding within the woods.
Oh, did you? That was...
Did you as something was definitely moving behind the thick scrub of bushes, its presence impossible to ignore. And only about 50 meters farther down the trail, it happens again.
Whoa, whoa. Hey, a minute ago there was something big over there.
Beginning to get a little freaked out, Bear and Dee decide it's time to head back to safety. But on their way back, they stumble upon more strange sounds coming from somewhere around them. To pinpoint where the noises are coming from, they decide to split up. But little did they know that would turn out to be the worst mistake they'd ever make, one they would regret for the rest of their lives.
Man, that sounded like it was coming right up on me for a minute. Ho! Oh, damn. Dee! Damn it. Dee!
Listen.
Dee! Ow, son of a... Where you at? What the heck just happened? What happened? Hey! What just happened?
Dee in complete shock, and Bear scared of what is constantly around them. They grab their equipment and quickly flee the area. But this time, Dee counted herself lucky, escaping with only a few bruises on her body. This could have gone far worse. From distant whispers between trees to the silence of an isolated mountain. On July 26, 2025, a YouTube channel named Generic Chris, run by a small creator from Germany who shares videos of camping, traveling, and drone footage, uploaded a new video. In this particular one, he's out somewhere in Germany camping alone, but things quickly take a turn for the worse. At first, nothing seemed out of the ordinary. Chris was out in the woods of Germany looking for the perfect camping spot and setting up his hammock. But it didn't take long before his biggest fear became a reality, and the mood took a turn for the worse.
So my biggest fear in this trip just came real, man. There were people there. I mean, I'm just chilling, like, in the hammock.
Although nothing was wrong yet and some of the people were just passing by, it gave Chris an eerie feeling that this might not be the best camping spot. But with daylight fading and rain expected that night, he didn't have time to move somewhere else.
I don't know what I expected, but it's really quiet.
Even though people passed by from time to time, the quiet woods were filled with bone-chilling sounds echoing through the darkness. Every rustle and snap set Chris on edge. But despite the growing unease and fear of what the night might bring, he decided to stay put.
And there's just so many fucking weird noises. Yeah. Let's see if I really sleep here the whole night. It's going to be fucking creepy, man.
Chris leaves the campsite to grab the sleeping bag he'd forgotten in his car. But when he returns, he discovers something disturbing. Someone has been at his campsite while he was gone.
I just smelled someone. That sounds weird. But you know how some people, it's not like bad smell, like just body odor or like their smell. It didn't smell like me. Well, It is getting creepy again. And weird.
Creeped out, Chris decides to call it a night, hoping nothing will disturb his sleep.
It's almost 10. I'll try to get some sleep now. It's very creepy. I closed the tarp, so yeah, whatever happens, that's all the protection from the wind and weather that I'm gonna get. And yeah, it's midnight, so I'll try to get some sleep.
Luckily for Chris and for his loved ones, the darkness stayed still and nothing returned to his campsite. Megan Page wasn't known for horror or exploration videos. Her channel was personal, candid vlogs about recovery, mental health, and finding peace in small places. But one video uploaded in September 2024 felt different. For Megan, it began as a moment of solitude and ended as something else entirely.
When I got home from the psychiatric facility, there were cockroaches in my bed. Can you believe that? So that's why I'm in Humboldt. That's why I'm back in Humboldt. I'm staying at my dad's again, and it's really bad. Every day we've been scream fighting. And then I come to the woods for like 4 hours and decompress. And then I go back home, and then he acts like nothing happens. Like a true narcissist.
To cope, she started spending her days alone in the forest. It was quiet there, familiar, safe. At least that's what she thought. Seconds after disclosing her situation to the camera, Megan was approached by a stranger. What happened next isn't entirely clear.
Okay, well, you scared me.
Oh, thanks. Okay. Scared you didn't want to walk by and eat the stairs off the lines and something scared you.
Okay, I'm sorry.
I'm a sweetheart. Don't worry.
Okay, I'm
You're
sorry.
probably more dangerous than me. You're probably more evil than me. Look at the dark hair you're saying. You're bald. Little stoner.
Okay, that was terrifying.
When the footage steadies again, the man is gone. But her panic isn't. She laughs nervously, trying to rationalize what just happened. The forest, once a refuge, suddenly feels hostile. Every tree, every sound seems to press closer.
What the fuck? I'm shaking. That was scary. Thought I was just about to get killed. He said that I looked evil. I can't even enjoy the woods because of tweakers. Like, look how beautiful it is here. I love Humboldt, but the tweakers, he was coming right at me. And so obviously I'm gonna be scared. And then he's like, you're probably more scary than me. Your dark hair and your veins. Like, sir, I'm just a cute stoner trying to smoke my weed.
Later, she would try to brush it off, joking about sleeping in her car, about life on the road, about starting over. But behind the humor, her exhaustion is impossible to miss. The encounter had left her shaken, and her audience could sense it too. To this day, viewers debate what really happened out there. Some believe it was just a drug user wandering through the woods. Others think his behavior was deliberate, his approach too direct to be a coincidence. Whatever the truth, Megan's instincts likely saved her from something far worse. She went into the forest, searching for calm, an escape from the chaos at home. But what she found was a different kind of danger. A reminder that even the most peaceful places can turn uneasy in an instant, and that sometimes the scariest thing in the woods is who else might be there with you. Up next, we'll be taking a look at Jake, the man behind the YouTube channel The Hog It Project, an outdoor channel that primarily focuses on wild camping and documenting strange or unusual activity within the forests and mountains of Washington state. Today, we'll be watching what Jake describes as his most terrifying experience while solo camping unfolds. Let's dive into it. Jake began his ascent to the top of the mountain where he planned to set up camp for the night. At first, nothing seemed out of the ordinary, just pure, beautiful nature surrounding him. That is, until he reached his campsite when things started to become a little unusual around him. However, Jake didn't notice the branch snapping until he got home and started editing the footage. At that moment, nothing seemed out of the ordinary, nothing that would raise any concern. He finishes setting up camp, and by the time he's done, night has fallen. The forest is swallowed by darkness, and an unsettling stillness begins to take hold.
That way, cannot see a thing. And I don't think I was recording earlier, but something made a heavy sound over there. Could have just been some old rotted logs settling. But up that way, a couple miles, there is a camp, but I don't think anybody's hiking this way back down.
Jake had noticed another camp farther up the mountain, but didn't think much of it at first. Nothing seemed suspicious. That is, until something happened much closer to where he was. Jake is on edge now, but could something really be out there, messing with him this far up in the mountains? Despite the fear running through his body, he decides to check out what could be roaming the forest, disturbing his night of camping.
And that's when I stand up and I just shine the forest. Of course the noises stopped, and I'm guessing whoever it was, it found a good spot to lay low. I didn't see any eyes glowing back, didn't see any movement, other than I did see a bat. But definitely that is not what made the loud noises. And all this, I probably shined the light on the forest for a good 3 to 4 solid minutes. Nothing.
Despite nothing seeming to move as Jake stepped forward to investigate, things were just too terrifying to continue. So Jake decided to pack up his camp and leave.
And once I get out to the road, I just take a quick look up towards where the creek is, and this is where it gets terrifying. And I thought I had pressed record, but it was not recording. But anywho, I've got my low beam on at this point. I think I see something small. Maybe it's like a raccoon or something right there by the water. And as I hit the high beam, this is when I see it. I see something standing there on the side of the road, pretending to be a statue. Whatever this was decided it was just going to freeze, and then maybe I wouldn't think it was anything.
Even though Jake had caught the man stalking him, things weren't over yet. The encounter grew creepier with every passing second.
And I kept the light on him for a good 20 solid seconds without saying anything. You know, the fear just kind of washed over me because I'm thinking, what's going to happen? Call them out like, hey, what are you doing? And they're all camoed out. Maybe they'll just say, oh crap, and copy. Now I'm going to shoot them. I mean, we're out in the middle of the woods. They say that people are the ones to fear. It's not the animals. That is what happened, and eventually after the 20 seconds, he didn't move. He just kept standing there. So I just pretended like, oh, maybe I didn't see you then. On my way out, periodically I'd turn back, check. Nope, didn't see him, he's gone. And that's that. Very, very strange, and I don't know what the plan was for me if I'd stayed there.
For Luke, it served as a chilling reminder. The most dangerous things lurking in the woods aren't the dead, but the living. Here we'll be looking at the YouTube channel Brothers Wild, where Ashley and Lewis combine their love for the outdoors with their talent for storytelling, creating videos that showcase the stunning landscapes of the United Kingdom. In this particular video, only Ashley's out venturing through the woods. Everything seems to point toward a quiet evening at camp, but then a storm named Debbie rolls in and changes everything. It quickly becomes clear that this is no ordinary camping trip, and what happens next will haunt Ashley for a long time. At first, nothing about the forest camp seems particularly unsettling. Ashley finds a quiet spot far from civilization, sets up his gear, and spends the day relaxing in peace. But as night begins to fall, strange things start happening around the campsite.
Hundreds and thousands of pounds to do this. That was weird. That literally sounded like someone coming down.
Ashley calls out, but there's no response. He tries to brush it off, ignoring the sound of footsteps approaching, but it doesn't take long before something appears in the distance. Once again,
I literally just had an idea one day, sit in a room. I was fed up with just sitting in a room all the time, and did it. What was that noise? I can hear loads of things around here.
Feeling a bit on edge, Ashley decides it's time to get some sleep. But just as he's about to drift off, he suddenly turns on his camera.
Right guys, I'm gonna get some rest. If anything happens, I'll let you know. Good night.
I just heard like a loud bang. It's either an explosion or it sounded like a gunshot.
On edge and unable to fall asleep, Ashley starts talking to the camera to calm himself down. But suddenly, something truly terrifying happens just outside his tent.
Just had a phone call from my brother now. He's in Chicago, obviously, so it would have been nice. Ah! What the hell was that? What? Go away!
Terrified, Ashley bolts from the campsite and doesn't stop running until he's far away. Only then does he turn his camera back on.
Oh, shit. Oh, fuck. That was by far the scariest thing that's ever fucking happened to me. Shit. I'm trying to run through mud.
With nothing but his camera, Ashley flees from the true horror unfolding right beside him. He trudges through knee-deep water and muddy fields, desperate to put as much distance between himself and the campsite as possible.
Oh, fuck. I finally managed to get out. I seen and heard something in that fucking tent. That was the scariest thing, and then I was trying to get out, go down the forest, and I heard something say something again, clear as day, and I got stuck in all the mud. That's the scariest I've ever been.
This serves as a stark reminder to anyone venturing into the woods. Always stay aware of your surroundings and trust your instincts. What might seem like a simple coincidence can quickly spiral into something far more sinister. But one question still remains. What do you think was roaming outside Ashley's tent? Comment your theories down below. That'll be all for this video. Thank you for watching. If you'd like to see more videos like this, remember to like and subscribe. And let us know in the comments which encounter you found the most unsettling. Now, go click the card shown on screen for your next nightmare.